Today I messed up by telling the entire minor league hockey team and season holders that I do meth. I am a season ticket holder to our local AHL team. A lot of these players go on to be NHL stars and I feel like a big sister watching her much more talented little brothers fulfill their dreams. I am entrenched in all things my AHL team. I haven't seen anyone since early April as we failed to even make it to the first round of the playoffs. It's been 6 months since I really saw anyone as I did not go to any off-season activities. Last week we had our first meet and greet the players for season ticket holders. The multi-year, full-season ticket holders all know each other well and some of the returning players know us as well due to various events and activities in which we can participate. During the off-season, I lost a lot of weight. A bit over 80 pounds. It's a long story and people want to talk about it. I'm one of those people that cannot take compliments, become incredibly awkward and just start to babble. To stop myself from babbling I just say something stupid that is obviously fake to people that know me. I arrived before the event started, but there were still a bunch of people and players socializing. I suddenly hear, crazy mastiff. You lost so much weight. I got to know this woman fairly well over the years and felt comfortable making a horrible joke because obviously she knows it's a joke. Not thinking anything of it, I say, thanks. I did a fuck ton of meth over the summer. The people that know me laugh, some ignore me, some give me weird looks. It's all good. So I thought. Apparently, a player overheard and after the event told all the other players that weren't in the room yet that I had gotten addicted to meth and just got out of rehab. I got fucking flowers and a signed card from every member of the team letting me know they're there to support me as we're all part of the team name, family. Tomorrow is our first preseason home game. My seats are fourth row right behind the net. I think I'll just wear a hoodie and dark glasses and sink in my seat as low as possible. Oh. It wasn't meth. I got really sick because I was a diabetic and couldn't get my sugar below 650. Was hospitalized and started losing weight because well, I was dying. I lost 20 just from vomiting and other fun stuff due to my sugar being ridiculous. Then I was put on Mounjaro in April and lost all the additional weight. Today I messed up by calling out my best friend for not being there in my time of need. About a month ago, I broke up with my GF of over 3 years. It was pretty rough and I'm still not completely over things, but that's a discussion for another day. When we broke up, the first person I told was my best friend. He coincidentally was also the first person who was told when we started dating years ago. After the breakup, my expectation was that he would check up on me and see how I was doing from time to time. We don't live in the same city, but even a phone call or hey how are you text would have been helpful. Things have been pretty lonely. Coincidentally, I'm also going to be visiting his city in a few weeks, and knowing this I tried to make some plans to spend time with him and take my mind off things. When he flaked on those plans, I called him out on it. I told him he wasn't being a very considerate friend, and that he hasn't been available at a time I've needed him the most. Turns out part of the reason he's been distant recently is because his dad was diagnosed with cancer. He hadn't told anyone since they don't know how bad it is yet, but he's been keeping to himself while he tries to process the news. Now I feel like absolute shit for even saying anything. Yeah, my breakup was bad, but it pales in comparison to what he's been dealing with. And in an ironic twist of fate, I haven't been there for him either. Has anyone else gone through something like this? How can I be there for my friend? Today I messed up by being defensive about my chicken. 3 days ago, I made a chicken dish that I've made many times before. This time, though, I defrosted the chicken on the counter, rather than in the fridge, but hey, I forgot to take it out early enough. My wife and I ate it, and the next morning she had all the signs of food poisoning. I felt just fine and got her ginger ale, saltines, and Pepto. She blamed the chicken, and I disagreed, telling her we'd both eaten it and I was fine. I've made it 1,000 times before. She had a stomach bug, etc. To prove my point, I had the chicken for lunch again yesterday. It was the chicken. It's been 24 hours of misery coming out both ends. Fortunately, she's too sympathetic to say I told you so, for now. Thankfully, we were all stocked up on ginger ale, saltines, and Pepto. Today I messed up by cheating through basically all math in school. So, yeah, basically since 7th grade to freshman now I've been using ion calculators and Google to cheat on all my math and just now it hit me that I have no clue how to do the stuff I'm doing. I know what it means and stuff but I just don't know how. The only reason I have good grades is because I cheat. I haven't been caught yet but my dad says it's weird that I never do my math on paper. I seriously need to actually learn what I'm doing. I don't even know my times tables. I'm going to be screwed after I graduate, if I even do graduate. Do you guys have any advice? Like actual advice instead of haha, you're stupid? Should I just fake it till I make it? I can relearn the stuff if I tried but it would take too much time out of my day and it would be suspicious. Help. Today I messed up by shitting my pants while staring into my GF eyes. This was last night but I was hanging out with my girlfriend in my apartment, and I had to fart. She always asks me to fart somewhere else so she doesn't have to smell it, so I went halfway into the bathroom while having my head poke out of the doorway. I thought it would be funny to stare at her while I farted, but instead of farting I pooped in my pants while making direct eye contact. I haven't done that in at least 10 years, so it only makes sense to happen when I'm making eye contact to my girlfriend of 3 months. She laughed at me for a little while and so did I, but I was still very embarrassed. Luckily she had seemed to forget about it, but the horror I felt when I realized what shot out of my hole is still haunting me.